morning everyone, and welcome back to a Knit Crochet Read Repeat Monday vlog. My name is Kirby, pronouns are they them, and I am coming to you from a rather overcast, possibly slightly drizzly Paisley, which is just a stone's throw away from Glasgow in Scotland. So straight off the bat, as the video goes on, you may see my energy just go bloop. That's because I had a migraine all of yesterday, which was not fun. I don't get them very often, and when I do, I seem to get the weirdest ones. So mine was, it wasn't like on the front of my head, it was like right behind the eye, but on my left side. And the main reason I knew it was a migraine was, well, it lasted 12 hours. More, and whenever I looked at light it was more intense, and whenever I moved it was more intense. So I think it got to like 5 p.m. and I just took myself off to bed. I just lay in bed with my iPad on very, like, the brightness really low down, and was watching some like comfort YouTube channels. So yeah, the energy might dip. Like I say, I don't get migraines very often. I am very lucky in that respect. But like, it just seems like our house is plagued with them just now, because Scott came home on Wednesday with a migraine. So he came home Wednesday, and I think he still had like a bit of it on Saturday. And yeah, I don't have the microphone on today, and I'm not going to bother with it today, so apologies for the change in audio compared to normal videos. Just go with it. Complain if you want, but your complaints will be ignored. But yeah, plans for today. Drink my cup of tea. Well, first of all, it is 5 to 11. I woke up at 10. I am not sorry for that. I had a migraine. That is my excuse. Plans for today. Like I said, drink my tea. Maybe see if I can get a second one in before I go out. I reckon by the time I go out, the rain will hit, and that's fine. I need to go to Aldi. I need to pick up stuff for the dinner tonight. So stock cubes, frozen onion, and believe it or not, potato waffles. Because I really can't be bothered making mashed potato, and I saw someone, so I'm making a cottage pie. I'm making 2 different meals tonight. It's a pain in the arse. I saw someone make cottage pie, which is what I've been craving recently, and instead of mashed potato they put potato waffles on top, and now I really want to try it. So if I go to Aldi, I think they're only like £1, just over £1 for a box of potato waffles compared to the brand. Stock cube, and then I need to go to, I get the 2 stores confused all the time. I think it's B&M I need to go to. I get it confused with Home Bargains every time. Then I have to like picture the 2, like the location of the ones I go to. So it's B&M I need to go to and get Oogie a box of cat food. And then we'll come home and we'll hopefully get our 2 squares done today. We'll pick our yarn for the 2 squares. And then I started a new project the other day that involves this really gorgeous yarn. It's not going to come up really well because of how I position myself with the window. But I had 3 and a bit balls of this yarn just sitting, taking up some space, looking beautiful. And I decided so this was on Saturday, I decided I wanted a really simple crochet project that I can look away from, so I can work and not look at it, which is very rare for me to do. I can not look at my knitting whilst I'm knitting, but I can't do that with crochet. And so I remembered when I was doing my granny stripe blanket, not the ripple, just the stripe, I could look away from that, because you're not going into the whole of a crochet chain, you're going into the gap between your clusters. And so I started a granny stripe shawl, and it's working out really beautiful. Didn't really get much done yesterday. I was just out of commission. And then when I started it on Saturday night, it was like stupid late. So I would love to get some more progress done on that. But the reason I started it was so that I could watch Scott gaming and still be able to be creative, because my knitting has been hurting. Not gonna lie. So yesterday was also, before I realised I had a migraine, yesterday was a hands-off day. So if we look behind me, under this blanket is actually a jigsaw that I started yesterday. And I know you're all probably sitting thinking, jigsaws are not hands-off, but it's not knitting. And it's knitting that is hurting. So I also really need to get the jigsaw done, because Oogie keeps sitting on the blanket. It's my fault. I chose her blanket. I used her blanket to cover it up, knowing she would sit on it. And she did. I will insert a photo of her doing just that. So yeah, I'm going to stop yabbering, and I'm going to drink my tea, and then I'm going to maybe say a bit of second tea. I'm normally a 2-tea person, but one is fine. As long as I get one, I won't get a headache, and I really don't want to go back to the headache migraine area. But yeah, so far no rain, always good. But let's see how the day goes. I will take you out with me. Not sure how much we'll see, but I'll take you out nonetheless. We'll maybe have just a nosy at the Lego in B&M, and then maybe the blind boxes. Last payday, I got myself this little cutie. This was in a blind box. But unbeknownst to me at the time of purchase, this little guy was $17.99. So I won't be making that mistake again. But I did get, I'll show it later on. So you can get these balls that inside contain Lego. And they're, depending on when you get them, they're normally $7.99. But I got a couple for like $5.99, and they're all the flower ones. But recently I found, or my sister showed me, that you can get what really looks like the Pixar lamp, and it lights up. And she's thankfully picked me up the books, because I just can't get them in our B&M. But anything like that will have to wait till payday, which is this week. Yay! I was going to cross my fingers, but it is this week. I just can't wait for it to come. Oh, I'm dropping balls of yarn everywhere. So I'm going to go, I'm going to drink my tea, and then the next you'll see is we're going to be out and about. Excuse me, you're sitting on my jigsaw puzzle. Do you mind? Next thing we know, she'll cut up and go for a snooze. Do you mind? Hello, I just wanted to check in and basically kind of be like, it's okay, you've not missed anything, the video's not corrupted, nothing like that. I just decided today was not going to be a craft heavy day. I have just been so focused on getting this jigsaw puzzle finished, and it's been a little bit trickier than I was anticipating. There's a lot of patches, a lot of different colours and stuff like that, and oh, it's been a little trickier for me, and I'm loving it. It's what I needed. So Oh, excuse me. I will turn the camera around and let you see what I've been up to, and then I will have to stop soon. Just because like I said earlier, I've got 2 dinners I need to cook today. One, I'm not a big fan of the food, and Scott really wants it, and then I want my cottage pie. So 2 lots of cooking to do. Probably should have cooked one earlier because I need the same container. Actually, I'm probably just going to go start his food now. Oh, I don't know. I'll figure something out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to show you the jigsaw puzzle. I've made so much progress, even though I don't have a clip of what it looked like this morning when I started working on it. But I have made a significant amount of progress. So I'm using the wide angle on the camera just so you can see. But this is the progress that I've got. This is a really fun jigsaw, but the scales, like the red in the scales, is what I'm struggling with right now. And there are 4 cats in this, which is what the most of the gaps are. And they're going to be a bit tricky with the fur. So we'll see how I get on. I'd love to get this finished today though. Apologies for the shadow that's being cast over it, but I got the jigsaw done. Pretty pleased with it. I now have to go feed Oogie because it is her dinner time. But yeah, just wanted to show it off, let you see the finished thing. Good morning again. As I anticipated, my mood and my energy completely dipped around 5 p.m. yesterday. And then add on top of that, I've not really been able to sleep. Please ignore the hair. I sleep with an eye mask on, and throughout the night I periodically push it up, so my hair just does what it wants in the morning until I properly style it, which will not be for a while. And I just wanted to jump back on and just have like a wee bit more content and say that I got 1 of my 2 squares done yesterday. I did pick out the next yarn, which is this really gorgeous red. Can't remember if I dyed this or someone else dyed this one. Excuse me. But yeah, I just wanted to show off a couple of projects, and this square here looks very, very close to the first one I put in on this row, but they are different, and it is different dyers as well. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but I will get the second square started. Maybe not right now. I've got half an hour before I start work, so I could get it done. And then I wanted to show off just another project. So I started the next square for the rad vent throw, but I'm not convinced. It doesn't look like much, it's all squished up. I'm not convinced I've done it on the right needle size. And of course, me from the past did not write down what needle I used, and me from the past did not talk on a vlog or a video or a podcast on what needle size I used. Now the pattern calls for 4mm, and I know for a fact I didn't do it in 4mm. So I tried 3.5, I still wasn't convinced, so this is a 3.25, and honestly I think it might be a 3 or a 2.75 I done it on, because my stitches are a lot smaller, especially when stretched out, and I'm just not happy with how this looks. So I reckon I'm going to frog this and re-knit it. I'll start on a 3 and I'll see, because I feel like 2.75 might just be a wee bit too small. Don't know. So that is one of the rad vent throw squares I've been meaning to start, and I pulled out, where's that bag? What did I literally just do with it? In this bag is all the minis wound up into cakes that I think I'm going to be putting into this blanket. And this is how much like I I'm kicking myself for not taking notes. I went with the pattern and I picked 20 gram mini skeins. And clearly I only used 10 gram minis, which makes sense because the yarn came from my friend Amy, and I would never expect someone to give me 20 grams unless I was giving them 20 grams in return. So I completely went off pattern. I knew that already, but I couldn't remember to the extent I went off pattern. So I have 18. I have 18, I think. Either 18 or 16 20 gram minis, and that includes the orange that you've seen, all ready to get made up into this blanket over time. I just need to get happy with the gauge of the square. So yeah, we'll see. I will frog it. I don't know if I'll do it this morning. I'll probably get the red square cast on, and then jump up and log in for work, and then maybe get the red square finished at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, still to show you the shawl that I started, but that may or may not be today. Why is my jumper wet? But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and record just a little bit more. I was in a lot of pain yesterday, which did not help my mood. Whenever I work on a jigsaw, I get a really sore back, and I know I do it to myself because I really like doing jigsaws. And it doesn't matter if I'm sitting on the sofa, it doesn't matter if I've got a table set up, I still get a really sore lower back. And then yesterday my shoulder started hurting as well, to the point where like I could not sleep. I had to get up at midnight and take painkillers, and I put like an ibuprofen gel on the surface, and then I put my electric blanket on, and between all three of those I eventually conked out. But I am tired. Today is the first day I go back to my full-time hours in work, which is 9-6. And it's going to be a long day because I've got my craft club tonight that I go to on a Tuesday. And I want to go. I really, really want to go. I'm just hoping come 6 o'clock I am just not completely wiped out, because I'm already really tired. Like, I just did not get enough sleep last night. I'm not ill. I just haven't sufficiently cleared my throat this morning. So yeah, it's going to be a long day. I'm going to cast on the red square because I've got, I'd say 20 minutes before I need to go upstairs. It's 25 before 9 o'clock, but I need to get like logged on and stuff. So let's call it 20 minutes. That's enough time to get the red square cast on and a couple of rows done. So I'll show you that once I'm done. But for now, I'm going to have a really good gulp of my tea because it's too early in the morning. But yeah, I will show you my progress on my red square. It doesn't look like much, and you have to remember it's weird because it's a mitered square, so there's like a fold here and the fabric kind of doubles over. I got 7 rounds done, not a huge amount. There's Oogie, but it is now 5 to 9. I need to go up and get logged on. It also does not help that I start getting pins and needles in both my hands whilst working on this, but 7 rounds is still better than nothing. I am down to 20 stitches on each side of my stitch marker. Sorry, she's just so cute. Oogie! There she is! She just had breakfast. So I'm on to 20 stitches on each side, so I got 3 decrease rounds done. I'm really happy with this blanket and how it's proceeding. I'm thinking of using pretty much all the yarns in this bag as well, because obviously, like, I've taken 20-gram mini skeins out. I've knit a whole square on needles that are actually too big. Sorry, the pins and needles are now in the palm of my hand holding the phone. So I've done a whole square on needles that are too big, so I'm going to need even less yarn. And I still have this much left, so that's way more than enough. I'd say that's in the region of around 10 grams. I can see my scale. I'll weigh it soon, maybe on my lunch, because it's now 3 minutes to 9. So it has to be in the region of around 10 grams, maybe just a little less because I've used bigger needles. So I can get a square done for my mitered square blanket, and then I can throw the rest into some of the scrappy projects I have on the go. So I'm going to pop this down and I'm going to go start work, and then I'll check in later on. I'll maybe show some of the crochet projects I'm doing upstairs. Crochet projects, it's more like project. That's just the Battenberg squares that I'm working on upstairs on my desk, depending if I have a meeting or not. So better go start my work day. So this is the square I started last week that I'll be looking to get finished today. And then the one right behind that is, it annoys me. I've made like 20, 30 of these squares, and I can always get 6 rounds done with a nugget left over. And this is the first one that I can't even finish my 6 rounds. So that is a bit annoying. Not even gonna lie, but I mean, sometimes you just don't get what you pay for. So I'm probably just gonna leave it like that, and then I don't know what to do with it, so I'll probably just fold it up, put it away somewhere so that it doesn't get confused with some other ones. Ignore all these labels, that's for the wee scrappy project that I've been doing. And yeah, these are all laid out on my desk, ready to work on whenever I have a meeting or I've got training. I know that sounds really like weird, like I'm not taking those things seriously, but when I keep my hands busy, I focus a lot better, and I'm sure quite a few of you will understand that. And yes, I have a split keyboard. There is a gap between the two sides of my keyboard, and this is my new mouse. It's a bit dirty. Yeah, I have all this specialist equipment because my body doesn't work like a normal human. But yeah, whereas my system is taking a long time to log in, I'm going to work on this one. Got my square done. It doesn't look like a square, I know, but I'm hoping that I can get them on my wee blocking board thing, and then once it's all joined, it really won't matter. But yeah, back to my standard where I've got a little bit of yarn left over that I just tuck in and then roll this up, which is very hard to do one-handed. And then I put the ball band back on, which I will not do one-handed. And yeah, glad I got that done today. Might start another one. But yeah. Checking in, I'm on my lunch break, so I'm just going to start picking up my knitting. But I just wanted to show you one of the cutest things, I think, personally. We got a cat bed for Oogie, long time ago. And she used it all of winter in 2024. Like, lived in this cat bed, and then just for some reason she just stopped using it, and recently she has been getting really up close to it and sniffing it a lot and looking like she wants to get in this cat bed, but she won't go in. And I came down earlier to check on her. Sorry, she just got up and turned around. It's just tilting backwards. came down to check on her earlier and to give her some more food, and I couldn't find her, and I was like, oh, she has to be upstairs, she has to be in bed. It just something made me turn around and just check, and she's just all curled up in this cat bed, and she is one toasty little fur baby, let me tell you. And it's just so cute to see her use this bed. And I sent a video to Scott as evidence, because I knew fine well if I sent him a photo, he'd be like, oh, that's AI. There's no way she's in that. So here's a really cute clip of Oogie in her very fluffy, like, I'm calling it like an igloo, but it's like an igloo cat bed, because she's just so cute. I got my second square done, and personally I just think they're looking so good. I am really, really loving having this blanket. Probably better if I turn it around this way. But yeah, I mostly kind of like weave in the ends as I go. So you can see how this one's kind of like woven in. And then eventually I'll deal with them. I say eventually, like I think I've only actually done anything with the first 2 rows. 2 and a bit. Yeah, 2 and a bit rows, like up to here. And then I've done nothing with them since. Sorry, I paused recording because I had to sneeze. So yeah, these are my 2 for this week. If I put any more on, that will just be surplus. I get 3 to go till the end of this row. So I'm making really good progress. I'm so far just up to date with the 2 per week, but I still need to get 8, if not 9 additional squares in, so that at the end of the year I get 8 new additional rows. So 3 till the end of the first row. We'll see how we get on from there, but I'm not going to do any more on this today. For some reason, knitting is really hurting my hands. Not even my thumbs, just my full on hand. So I think I'm going to move to crochet. Just jumping on to basically wrap up the video. It's been 2 days now, unplanned, mostly because yesterday kind of went down the sinkhole a little bit. The only additional crafting I've done is I started my next square for the Battenberg, oh my goodness, I can't even say it, Battenberg blanket. And again, just the same cotton that I've been using. These are not getting made into anything particular right now. I'm just making the squares using the yarn up. So yeah, I don't know if I'll get any more done on it today. I am back at my desk. That's why I don't have my glasses on, so that you don't see my screen. I know you could maybe see it in my eyeballs. If you're looking that closely, that's a bit weird. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. There should be a vlog next week, but I've got a hospital appointment on... No, it's not really a hospital appointment. I have an appointment on Monday, and I said to my work I'd try and swap my Thursday because that's my carpal tunnel appointment. And I'll be away a lot longer on that. But they've said not to worry about it, so there might be a vlog recorded on Monday within little snippets from Thursday, because I'm hoping... Actually, do you know what? If it comes out, it comes out. You'll see it when you see it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, please do stay safe and happy crafting, and I will talk to you later. Bye everyone.